some detractors that think that you are not worthy to be WWE champion. What would you say to these people?
Yeah, no, I welcome all my haters. I welcome the detractors because ultimately they motivate me. When I became #1 contender, nobody thought I would become WWE champion. And then when I became WWE champion, these same people thought I would lose the WWE championship right away. But here I am, almost 6 months later, and I'm going into the biggest match of my career at Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar. And I look forward to proving the doubters, proving the haters wrong when I beat the Beast, because I will be known as the Beastmaster.
Back in 2011, you were for the first time here in Barcelona.
Yes.
In a match, in a mid-card match with Rueda as your manager. Now you are WWE championship. How would you describe your progression in this last year?
Yeah, so actually that tour became Barcelona, Madrid, and Italy was my first ever tour with WWE. To think where I am now from 2011, from being released in 2014 to coming back, to becoming champion, it's been a roller coaster. I've had my ups and downs, but I'm more motivated than ever, more focused than ever, and it's amazing to see my evolution from back then to 3MB to even now. So, and I look forward to the next time that I visit Barcelona, here in Barcelona. You know, where will I be then? So I look forward to returning even next time.
My question is for Charlotte. Who do you think nowadays is the most dangerous opponent that you have right now in the SmackDown roster?
I would have to say Natalya, just because of all of her experience, and with every match that we've had, she's learned my strengths and my weaknesses. So every time I face her, I just have to, come that much more prepared, because you have to up the ante each time, because, from NXT to facing her as a bad guy, she was a good guy, now the roles have reversed. You just have to continue to outwork the last time. That's how I feel when I face her. So I think she's my toughest opponent right now on SmackDown.
Okay. And another question, apart from your father, of course, who was the wrestler who most inspired you to become a WWE superstar?
My little brother. He never made it to the WWE, but his passion to want to be just like my dad, and had a dream and a goal, and I just continue to think of where he would be today. So he's my inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay.
You move on this way, anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
Charlotte, you've been in Monday Night Raw, you've been also on SmackDown Live. What are the main differences between both of brands?
Ooh. Well, for me personally, I was a bad guy on Raw and a good guy on SmackDown, and finding my place in the division in a new role has been challenging, but also motivating. I wanted to be the best bad guy on Raw. Now I want to be the best good guy on SmackDown, and it's not the most natural position for me. So it's making me grow as a talent, but there's really no difference. When I was on SmackDown, or when I was on Raw, I wanted Raw to be the best division. When I'm on, now that I'm on SmackDown, I want SmackDown to be the best women's division. So there's really no difference, just a different group of girls and characters.
Also for you, Jinder, more or less the same.
Yeah, more or less the same, but they call SmackDown the land of opportunity, and that is very, very true. I became #1 contender 2 weeks after being on SmackDown, whereas on Raw, I hadn't found my groove yet. So SmackDown truly is a land of opportunity, and SmackDown has such a talented roster. Guys like AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, who will all be competing tonight, and are also in the video game 2K18. It's an amazing roster, and I hope to be on SmackDown live as a WWE champion for a long, long time.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Question for Jinder. You have a match a few days with Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Are you afraid to visit Solowrestling?
No, absolutely not. If you remember correctly, I made the challenge to Brock Lesnar. I need the respect of the people, and the only way to earn that respect is to conquer the beast. So I'm not afraid to go to Suplex City. I'm coming in the best condition possible, the best shape possible. I know it's going to be a very physical match. Brock is a very tough opponent. I'm not underestimating him. I know what I'm walking into. But there is a reason why I am the modern-day Maharaja, the greatest ever WWE champion. I look forward to showing the entire WWE universe exactly why.
Okay. A question from Charlotte. Which wrestler do you tag team?
Who do I want to face?
Yeah.
Asuka. I've almost, well, let me think about this beforehand. I've been able to have the opportunity to face every woman on either brand, and I have yet to face Asuka. So I hope one day I pass across.
Okay. Thank you.
Go behind.
Yes, for Jinder, you are talking about your match in Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar,
Yes.
but you have a big match next Tuesday against AJ Styles for the title. Are you afraid, or maybe you can lose the title?
No, I'm not afraid. I have confidence in my abilities. I have confidence in myself, and ultimately I have the Singh brothers there with me, my insurance policies. No, AJ Styles is a great competitor. He's very, very skilled, but I've beaten AJ Styles in the past before I became WWE champion, and now that I'm WWE champion, my confidence is at all-time high. You know, my skill has gone up drastically since then. So if I beat AJ Styles 6 months ago, imagine what I'll do now. And I'm actually being forced into the match. This is, Shane McMahon made this match, but you know what? I'm a fighting champion. I will defend this WWE championship, and I will defeat AJ Styles. Not only defeat him, I will embarrass him. And then keep the momentum going into Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar.
Thank you. And for Charlotte, in Survivor Series, you have a match with all the girls, or 5 of the girls from SmackDown, against 5 of the girls from Raw, and it's difficult to work with them if every week you are against them.
It's kind of, you know, you can argue with your family, but if someone says something about your brother, your sister, your dad, or your mom, you are like, no, you can't say that, only I can say that. That's how I feel at SmackDown, even though, you know, I want to be champion, I want to be, you know, I want to beat Natalya, but if anyone says anything bad about Natalya on Raw, I'm like, oh, no, you can't say that. So, you know, it's kind of coming together and, you know, fighting for the same cause, and that's to be the better brand, and that's what we will show the world at Survivor Series, that we're better than Raw.
Thank you.
Go ahead. No, you.
Amy? Okay, for Jinder, are you afraid that your push may come to an end or may slow a little once the India tour in December is done?
No, absolutely not. I created this push. You know, it's through my hard work, my motivation. Everyone always says, oh, because of India, because of India. India was there when I got released in 2014. India was there when I debuted in 2011. I didn't become WWE champion then. You know, it's through my evolution, it's through my hard work. Vince McMahon recognizes the work that I put in. WWE is a place that they reward hard work. And win or lose, you know, every day I give it 100%, and I know that the future is only getting better because ultimately I'm in control of my destiny. It's not in the hands of anybody else but me. When I got released, it was my fault. When I came back, it was because of me. When I won the WWE Championship, it was because of me. So after I lose the WWE Championship, you know, I'm looking forward to capturing it again. You know, it's my goal to become, you know, more than 10-time world champion. So in order to become, you know, 10-time world champion, I know someday I'm gonna, you know, lose this WWE Championship, but I know I will regain it.
Thank you. And for Charlotte, are you afraid that the position of the fourth horsewoman right now may not be as good as everybody thought it would be at this point?
I mean, I've won every single title in WWE except for SmackDown, and I'm part of the 4 Horsewomen. So I'm not sure what you mean by that question.
For example, in Raw, Sasha and Bayley are not on the title picture right now. Becky Lynch.
If you're always on top, you have nothing to work towards.
Mhm.
So no, it's like this. I'll be on top of the mountain again soon, and that means I will hold every title in the WWE. NXT, Divas title, Raw Women's, SmackDown. Sasha's the 4-time Women's title. Becky was the first ever SmackDown Women's title. Bayley's held the Raw Women's title. You can't, all 4 of us can't hold it at the same time. It's a matter of, you know, there's new girls on top. We'll work our way back up. If you stay here the whole time, who's there to get behind? So,
Okay,
no.
thank you.
Go ahead, Riot.
To one of you, could you give any advice to younger wrestlers or to younger people that are working on like independent levels towards to get into like the top, which is WWE?
I think the biggest thing is finding a character. If you look at the characters in WWE, it's because, you know, I'm gonna use Becky Lynch as an example. Like, you feel her straight fire, you understand her. She's this edgy steampunk, you know, punk, like she's lovable. You connect with her on an emotional level. So when you're, you know, starting out on the independents, it's not just about moves, it's finding a character and listening to the crowd react. So if there's something that you're doing and the crowd's reacting, continue to do that, because that's what's gonna get you to the next level. So when you go, say, to the WWE Performance Center for a tryout, you know, when you're in the tryout, listen. You be able to be coachable. That's what it's all about, being able to listen, take criticism, take advice, and don't say, well, you know, I think it'd be better this way. You know, it's the phrase, slow to talk, or I don't know exactly how to word it, but just listen to what they're saying and don't, you know, talk back. And then, you know, say you do make the tryout, it's just finding a character, not the moves. I think that's what most people forget about when they're working in the independents.
Just to add to what Charlotte is saying, you know, just stay motivated, stay hungry. You know, you never know when that break is coming, and don't let people tell you that you can't make it. Here I am. Who would have thought that Jinder Mahal would be WWE champion? But here I am, right? I did it. So, you know, anything is possible. Just be willing to work hard at it.
Anybody else up here? Go ahead again.
An hypothetical match in WrestleMania, which wrestler do you...
Yeah, actually, I was in India a couple weeks ago and I did a Twitter Q&A on video, and someone asked me, what's your dream opponent? And I said, John Cena. And I even said, John Cena, consider this an official challenge at WrestleMania. John Cena, you know, he's a franchise WWE. When you say WWE, who do you think of? You think John Cena. I want to be in that position, and the only way I can be in that position is to beat that man at the biggest event of all time. I believe WrestleMania this year is going to be the biggest event. Last year was the most watched WrestleMania of all time, and this one is going to be even bigger. And what an amazing accomplishment it would be to knock off someone like John Cena at WrestleMania.
You?
I have a few dream opponents, but my dream for WrestleMania is to main event WrestleMania. I want to be the first woman to do it, and I will be.
And another question, the inclusion of your roster, did you expect the inclusion of the roster of the Raw in SmackDown? The inclusion of your roster?
Under siege. It
Under
could
siege.
be the same, but Raw in SmackDown.
We'll be ready.
Okay.
Anybody else?
We'll have security in the parking lot.
That is everybody? All right, so we do photo now, or then break up and do some video stuff?
Any more questions?
Why so serious? Always.
Why so serious? That's just how my face is resting, and I just look like that.
He's passionate.
Yeah.
He's not serious, he's just passionate. Intense.
Intent, exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll do a couple photos for you.